Hi, welcome to this next tutorial on using Adobe Photoshop CS3, and what we're going to be looking at here is how to actually use layers in which to change the color of a car, but to keep the different gradients and lighting that exists within this current car. Now, this was found by Peter Union, so I'm going to go through and explain what he has found on his own search of the internet. So the first thing that I want to do, I'm just going to change a section of the car. So I'm going to go to the quick selection tool, and I'm basically just going to select part of the car. So there we go, I've got a part of the car selected there, and I want to actually change the color. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer. So I come over here to my layers palette and I select a new layer, which is now layer 1. Go back to my original background layer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to select layer 1 and I'm going to paste my selection into that. Now automatically you'll see that something will appear in the layer 1 there. One of the things that you'll notice as well is that your selection, however, has disappeared. So now what we need to do is, if we go to the move tool and we just select what we've cut off, we move over to the white space over here. Now I'm going to use my magic wand and I'm going to select the white background. You'll notice this selects around the actual object that I've cut off the car, and also around the outside. So I'm going to go to the selection, I'm going to inverse my selection so it only goes around the actual car. Now this is the important thing that we need to do. We go to the brush tool and select the brush tool. We can change the diameter of the brush. At the moment I've got it at 50, which is fine. And then we go to the mode. So generally your mode would normally be on normal, and if you come through and select overlay, and the final thing is we'll choose a color. So I'm going to go maybe I'll go with a dark pink of the color. And all you have to do is you take the brush tool over this, and as you'll notice, the color will change to the pink, and you'll keep all your gradients that are already existed within this part of the car. So I'll go through there we go, and because it's selected, it won't go over any of the edges. So I get back to my move tool and I'll grab this and I'll put it back in roughly in its original position, and there it is there. Now because I've created this as a separate layer, one of the things you'll notice if I deselect my selection is that with our layers we've got this eye tool. Now what this eye tool enables us to do is that we can turn on or off different layers. Now why this is important, well, the first thing is, if you wanted to have a look at the car, how it would look without that pink change, you can just click on layer 1 and it disappears. And the second thing, and I'll make it reappear, is that if you only want to work with that part of the car that you've there changed, you can make the original car disappear. And there we go, that's what happens. So now I've got an actual separate part of the car. I'll make that reappear. If I go back to layer 1, one of the other things that you can actually start to change, if we go up to image and we go to adjustments and we go to hue and saturation, one of the things you are able to do is you can change the hue and saturation to actually get yourself different types of colors within the car. There we go, I click OK, and there I've got a different color, and that's how I can change the different parts of the colors of the car. Thank you for listening to this tutorial.